Sun Belt Conference football is on ESPN. Jacksonville State Gamecocks have traveled down I-59 into M.M. Roberts Stadium in Hattiesburg to take on the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth tonight. I'm Jason Baker, alongside my color analyst, Austin Davison. Austin, for this matchup, two teams trying to kind of find themselves early in this season. Southern Miss trying to knock a bad taste out of their mouth from a loss against Louisiana Tech last week.
Yeah, both teams coming to this ball game 2-2. Both have gotten off to a good conference start and 1-0, and just looking for an opportunity to progress in the season before they get knee-deep in the conference schedules.
It's a unique quarterback matchup tonight. Gavin Wimsatt for Jacksonville State. He can do it with his legs, can't he?
Yeah, he really can. And it's not surprising, head coach Charles Kelly, a defensive coordinator tree type of guy, wants to run the football. This is the 8th best rushing attack in the country, and Gavin Wimsatt, although he's quarterback, is a big part of that.
And then for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, what a story Braylon Braxton has become, has he not?
Yeah, he's been everything this Southern Miss coaching staff and fan base wanted him to be when he came over from Marshall. He protects the football, 9 touchdowns to only 3 picks, over 1,000 yards, and completing 66% of his passes. That's exactly what this offense needs out of him.
It's going to be Golden Eagle offense on the field first. Charles Kelly comes over from coaching with Hugh Freeze at Auburn. That defensive mindset actually coached alongside Charles Huff while at Alabama. More on that later on in this broadcast. It's going to be the Golden Eagle offense and that man's ball club, Charles Huff, who he said a week ago he kind of felt his team was not ready to play, but he said they had the best Monday practice of his tenure this week. Looking for a response, is he not?
Yeah, coaches live and die through that week of practice and the preparation. It doesn't always show up on Saturday. You don't always, good week equals win or bad week equals loss, but as a coach, that's what you're living and dying off of, and that's what you're going by. You want to see your team respond.
Garrison Ripa is going to kick it away for Jacksonville State tonight. The more dangerous return men in the country, Ian Foster, awaits a yard deep in the end zone. He'll see it through. What's been impressive about this Golden Eagle offense early in the season?
Well, I think early on when they were trying to establish themselves, establish the identity, they were able to use some receivers in space, wide receiver screen game. They can do it a lot of different ways. And now Pittman's starting to get rolling in the backfield. And like we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, Braylon Braxton has been very efficient. Still looking for maybe that breakout game where he's elite, but he's been really good, and we'll see what he can do tonight.
He's off a 392-yard passing performance over in Ruston. Some of that was aided by being behind by about a 20-point margin for much of that game last Saturday night. Jeffrey Pittman has returned to the Southern Miss backfield. He'll take the first carry of the ball game, 5 yards up to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you see Stansberry and Woods there in on the tackle, but Jeffrey Pittman, good to have him back in the lineup for Southern Miss. He's a staple. He's the go-to back.
Blake Anderson going early tempo on this opening drive for Southern Miss. Once more a handoff to Jeffrey Pittman, left side. This is an offensive line that's bolstered by Greg Nunnery, who started actually game 1 at left tackle, has been moved into left guard. Blake Bustard, you see the left tackle creating that seam, if you will, for Jeffrey Pittman. Kyron Heath motioned out. Screen coming to Elijah Metcalf. And this is a loss, a negative play, well defended. Coming up to make the tackle was Caleb Nix from his safety position for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, great job on the perimeter by Jack State, just attacking the tight end Heath there, trying to set the point of attack and then making the play.
Ends up a loss of 5, second down and 15. Check down to the tight end and Kyron Heath. He had 3 receptions for 56 yards and a touchdown against Louisiana Tech last Saturday night.
This little stick route, as soon as the outside backer vacates the area, stick it on him. Third downs are going to be critical tonight for the Southern Miss offense. Get an early one here with 3rd and 8.
Metcalf's across the formation. Free blitzer comes. Braylon Braxton will throw it to the feet of Matt Jones, the tailback, who is in for the Golden Eagles. And after a first down conversion on the first set of downs, the negative play costly against the Golden Eagles, and they'll have to punt it away.
Yeah, good coverage there by Miles Butler on the screen. Attacks the running back, attaches to his hip, nowhere to go. Braxton just has to put it at his feet.
Reed Harradine, who is in for Jack Murley once more, gets a punt away. That'll be down at the 29-yard line. Murley is away over in Australia. Had a death in his family that called for him to have to go home. Reed Harradine stepped in as the punter a week ago for Southern Miss with about a 48-yard average over against Louisiana Tech. And here comes Gavin Wimsatt and this Gamecock rushing attack. 8th best in the entire country is Jacksonville State, up over 261 yards on the ground. That has been bolstered by Cam Cook's arrival, 3 straight games of 100 yards rushing. Play action pass to begin. Wimsatt hit from behind, strip sack, and it is loose and recovered by the Golden Eagles. The football finds Ian Foster.
1st and 10, Southern Miss.
Let's take a look. Great play by this Southern Miss defense coming off that left side. That's a great job, not only getting there, but the chop to get the football out by J.J. Hawkins. Beautifully executed. Don't just get the sack. Go after the football. Great job, and Ian Foster picks it up. First down, Southern Miss.
The Gamecocks are without their usual starting left tackle in Jeremiah Orr. He was working against a true freshman in Lance Johnson. Was J.J. Hawkins. First turnover of the ball game. Southern Miss needs to try to take advantage. It's a handoff to Matt Jones. Right side running. Near a first down for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, Matt Jones, a real shifty back. You can see there, inside zone, but saw a seam to the outside. Loses leverage, bounces it out. Nice gain, 2nd and 1.
Southern Miss is without running back Robert Briggs tonight, not available. Inside zone give, Matt Jones forward progress will have the first down for Southern Miss.
That's a 1-yard gain. Southern first down,
This Southern Miss offense has been good in the red zone all year. I believe 9 of 13. Good percentage, getting touchdowns and not settling for field goals.
Yeah, they've scored 81% of the time. They've added 4 field goals along those 9 touchdowns in the red zone. The Jacksonville State defense only allowing scores 67% of the time. Play action pass, trying to get it to Elijah Metcalf. There is a flag on the play.
That's Caleb Nix on the coverage. He read it all the way, but may have been a little early. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Defense, number 1. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
It is a Conference USA officiating crew here tonight. That's our referee, Reed Brotherton.
That's pretty good defense right there by Caleb Nix. He read it all the way and jumped the football. I think if you're wearing red and white tonight, you're pretty disappointed with that call.
Lose it to a 1st and goal. Ball's at the 2. Change of protection, it looked like, from Braylon. Braxton leaves it. Jeffrey Pittman, a shoulder lower, down to the 1.
Pittman doing all he can right there. Oh, so close, inches away from punching that in.
They'll go inside zone again. Jeffrey Pittman over the top of the line and in. A touchdown for the man who didn't play a week ago for the Golden Eagles. Makes his return for his third rushing touchdown of the season for the Black and Gold.
Yeah, great response to the turnover by this Southern Miss offense, sticking to the ground. Jeffrey Pittman punches it in from a yard out. Golden Eagles take the early 6-0 lead.
It is going to be a new place kicker tonight. Creighton Wilbanks had a point after attempt once on this season. He is in to spell Reed Harradine, who's handling the kickoff and the punting duties. And Creighton Wilbanks' point after attempt is up and true. There is a penalty on the field as we'll hold it here for a brief moment. Get an explanation from this officiating crew.
After further discussion,
quite a discussion for an extra point try.
there are fouls both by the kicking team. Holding, number 45. That penalty is declined. Illegal formation. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the try.
So there's going to be a repeat of this.
Let's take a look. Illegal formation is the call. And it has to be not enough guys on the line of scrimmage. There's maybe a flinch there, false start, but that wasn't the call. It has to be.
That was Luke Rogers who gave the flinch.
I'm not sure.
But they are going to take the holding.
That man right there wasn't happy about
infraction.
it, so it must have been something a little bit on the picky side.
So Creighton Wilbanks will have another opportunity. The hold by Kyle McCormick. And the kick off the foot of Creighton Wilbanks. Good again. 7-0 Southern Miss. They capitalize on a Gamecock turnover. We'll be back to Hattiesburg with much more. An intense and fiery start to this football game. The Golden Eagles capitalize On a turnover, they get the point, 7-0 they lead. Charles Huff was not happy early on at this extra point. You could see livid, and they learned this from the best. Charles Kelly wasn't happy either. Across the other side for Jacksonville State, Nick Saban gave him that tutelage on staff in the 2020.
They both crossed paths with Nick Saban, and he's notorious for being upset on the sideline, regardless of the score. So
they both told me this week what they learned the most from Nick Saban while being on that staff was the preparation, how to handle adversity, practice plans, everything in terms of like meticulous organization. Said they've taken it with them. Charles Huff's called it a turning point in his life. Charles Kelly told me it's probably the reason why everything we do at Jacksonville State, we do it the way we do it because of that time from underneath Nick Saban.
There's so many factors that are out of your control as a head coach. You want to control the things you can control to try to affect the outcomes each week and, you know, control how your team responds to every situation. But there's so many little things and so many details that go into getting a team to every Saturday and getting them ready to play.
It is a give. This time to Cam Cook. You can see the patience and the burst from the starting tailback for the Gamecocks. They fumbled on their opening play of their opening drive on a play-action pass.
Yeah, I expect to see a heavy dose of the run game after a turnover. You can see there first down presence from Cam Cook, 46 of 89 attempts on first downs. They want to get 4 yards on first down, get off to a good start, and then get that run game clicking.
J.J. Hawkins has came to play a tackle for loss here. Set up 3rd down and 6 facing Jacksonville State. They'll stay with Cam Cook to the right of Gavin Wimsatt. This is where you really got to pay attention. If you're the black and gold, Gavin Wimsatt, this is where he can be a dual threat. Jamon Tapp drawn off sides. Double screen out. It's for a first down for Jacksonville State.
Offside. Defense number 14 was in the neutral zone at the snap. That penalty is declined. Result of play, first down.
Good job by Jack State, just executing the play despite the offsides. Get the best of both worlds. Flip the ball out to the perimeter. Great perimeter blocking on Foster. First down.
It is a give to Cam Cook right into the arms of the linebacking duo of Mike Montgomery and Chris Jones. They're the leading tacklers on this ball club for good reason.
Yeah, the heart and soul of this defense. Love the story of Chris Jones. Coach Huff gets the job and comes in and says, congratulations, glad to be here. Yeah, where's Chris Jones?
Yeah.
Got to talk to him. That's going to be my leader. So I just think that says so much about what he put on film in the previous years, and he's been everything they've wanted him to be.
Cam Cook with a nice run for a first down for Jacksonville State. He's a former Horned Frog at TCU, native out of Round Rock, Texas.
Timeout. Southern Miss, they're first.
So the Golden Eagles spend a timeout. We'll take the same. We'll be back to Hattiesburg with more. This is a Jacksonville State team coming in 2-2. The opening drives really don't tell you much because this is a team that can find themselves. The fumble tonight leads to points for Southern Miss, but they've recovered off to a nice start on their second offensive drive, Austin.
Yeah, nothing wrong with 11, 10 plays and a punt, but you don't want to turn it over, give Southern Miss a short field. Basically just handing them the lead right there, the first touchdown of the ball game, but a lot of game left. Got the ball at midfield now.
Cam Cook has been involved in 4 of the 5 plays that the Gamecocks have run tonight. That's Brock Recksteiner, one of the favorite targets of Gavin Wimsatt across the formation. Wimsatt pulls it, popped by J.J. Hawkins. He was reading quarterback the whole way.
Yeah, good job by Hawkins just staying home away from that gap scheme. Guards pulling, running away from him. Good job staying home. Guards coming right at him. Does a good job making the play, getting upfield.
6 plays on this drive. 5 rushes. This is the 6th of their 7th play of this drive. Nice open field tackle made by Corey Meyer. He had 8 of those last week over in Ruston.
Yeah, nothing easy about tackling in space, and such a big part of being a good, effective defense. So great job by Myrick coming out of the middle of the field and making the play.
It's 3rd and 5. Trips to the field. Gavin Wimsatt steps up in the pocket. Delivers. Can't be caught on the dive by the defender. Golden Eagles were looking to run the tip drill. Falls incomplete, and it is 4th and 5 for Jacksonville State.
Yeah, Anthony Richard Jr. almost came up with that ball after the tip. Southern Miss just playing zone, trusting their defensive line to get pressure. There's Richard right there. Just couldn't bring it in.
And Mike Montgomery, if you're wondering maybe why Gavin Wimsatt didn't choose to run that when the backer Mike Montgomery had stayed home, was right in the face of Gavin Wimsatt as he let go of that football. Connor Donaghy trying to knock one dead inside the 5. It'll take a roll for the Golden Eagles. It'll be a touchback for this offense for Southern Miss that's seen Braylon start 2 of 3 for just a couple of yards. It's been Jeffrey Pittman 4 carries for 12 yards so far as you look at this sort of deke by Elijah Metcalf.
Yeah, beautiful execution right there. Holds up the coverage team. They're not able to get down inside the 5, and that would have been a big play by the special teams.
Good as Braylon Braxton been? How about this? On passes underneath 5 yards in length in terms of completions, he's 32 of 35 in the last 3 games. It is a give to Jeffrey Pittman, who will get up near another Golden Eagle first down. Going to be marked. Here's about half a yard short.
Yeah, I think that's such a big part of this offensive scheme is a high completion scheme. A lot of wide receiver screens, quick game, get the ball out of your hand type plays to deter a team from blitzing.
And a shot downfield. Tyshawn Chapman's got it.
Tyshawn Chapman getting down the right side, up the seam, up the numbers. Beautiful ball by Braylon Braxton to lay it in there. He just had him beat with speed.
Braxton calls for the snap. Jeffrey Pittman's popping it outside. Oh, what a stiff arm out of the Derrick Henry playbook. Jeffrey Pittman will be popped out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
What a physical run by Jeffrey Pittman. Let's count the tacklers, would-be tacklers. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and finally knocked out of bounds inside the 5.
Tossed out to Jeffrey Pittman. He's in from 3 yards out. A rushing touchdown, number 2 on the night for Mr. Pittman.
Jeffrey Pittman having a night, walks in for his second touchdown of the ball game.
Creighton Wilbanks extra point try, true. Well, it was Braylon Braxton hooking up to Tyshawn Chapman. And then Jeffrey Pittman knows what to do with it to close the drive off for Southern Miss. Eagles answering the bell of their head coach, Charles Huff, off to a fast start on a Saturday night in the Rock. As Reed Harradine sends one about a yard deep into the end zone. If you're Charles Kelly in Jacksonville State, what do you need to get going offensively?
Well, just got to establish some rhythm. We know they want to run the football, but just not a lot going right now. Southern Miss playing really well on the other side. So at this point in the game, you just want to get a couple first downs. Even if you flip the field, it can help you.
26 total yards of offense for Jacksonville State in their first couple of offensive series, over 104 yards for the Golden Eagles so far. Brock Recksteiner in motion. They'll swing it to him. Nice catch made. He'll get across the 30-yard line. There is a penalty flag thrown near the tackle.
Looked like an illegal block in the back.
That was a tough catch by Rex Steiner on the run.
Legal block in the back. Offense number 84. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Really an unnecessary penalty, too. He's right there about to make the play. The block did nothing, but gets the flag, and those are the types of penalties that put you behind the sticks and make it really tough.
See Gavin Wimsatt setting some signals to his offensive unit. Trips to the far side of the field. Pearson Baldwin's in motion. It's a give to Cam Cook. He is going absolutely nowhere. Jamon Tapp, the transfer from Arizona State, making his presence felt.
Yeah, he's been a really good force and really good tonight. I think that's where Southern Miss is winning this football game, at the line of scrimmage. Jack State not really able to do anything. Run game, pass game doesn't matter if you can't win in the trenches.
Gavin Wimsatt under the pressure of Jamon Tapp once more. It'll be Jameer Lewis gets the credit for the sack. The edge rush game strong tonight for Southern Miss.
Yeah, it's an all-out four-man look. I mean, they're not even bringing secondary pressure, but look at the pocket collapse. This Southern Miss defensive line says, we got it. We got it tonight, boys.
3rd and 27. Already 4 tackle for losses for this Golden Eagle defense tonight. Gavin Wimsatt moving around that pocket. Here he goes. This is his ability. He will lower his shoulder, get across the 20-yard line. Chris Jones was there to make the tackle and the stop for Southern Miss. There's a penalty flag at the end of the play.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 3, his first of the game for taunting. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. Automatic first down.
So an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Ian Foster. Keeps the Jacksonville State Gamecock drive alive. I mean, I've seen worse.
Just playing football. I'm not sure about that one.
But
of course, couldn't hear him. Don't know what he said.
Change at quarterback for the moment. Caden Creel is in for Jacksonville State. Gavin Wimsatt was split wide left of the formation, so they had a 2-quarterback system at the moment on the field. First time we've seen that look from Jacksonville State.
Southern Miss rotating fresh defensive line. That's a big thing to watch throughout the game. How fresh can they stay, and can they continue with this pass rush?
Gavin Wimsatt was the 2023 team captain at Rutgers. Started all 13 games for the Scarlet Knights. Screen pass here thrown at the feet. He's looking to go to Caleb Coombs, a wide receiver transfer from FAU, but previously underneath the tutelage of Charles Huff, the head coach at Marshall. At the time, third and short. Gavin Wimsatt pulls it out of the belly of Cam Cook. Wimsatt's dropped by Corey Myrick, not before getting into Golden Eagle territory.
Just a short edge off the left side. Jack State running a quarterback counter play. Ian Foster trying to set the edge, but just gets outran.
So the drive was stopped, but an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty has aided it along. First snap coming from Golden Eagle territory for Jacksonville State. Pearson Baldwin set down as an H-back to the left side. Gavin Wimsatt once more pulls it out from Cam Cook. Take us through what is the read for Gavin Wimsatt. Why is he not giving it to Cam Cook?
So on a counter read, you're reading the end. If he widens with the guard center or the guard H-back, you pull it and get inside. If he squeezes or tries to log it, you just hand it off and runs around the edge. So Southern Miss typically go into the game saying, hey, we want to make him pull it, we want to make him give it, however you want to play it. So it looks like they're wanting him to hold on to the football, keep it out of the running back's hands, and then go make the play. And there's,
you can see clearly who Jacksonville State wants to be, right?
Yeah, and they got to slow this game down a little bit. It gets out of hand quick if you start tossing the football around 3 and out. They got to get this clock running and try to hang in there.
Sean Coughlin talking with his offensive line. This is thrown out to Caleb Coombs on a screen pattern that gets him the first down. Deeper into Golden Eagle territory, the Gamecocks go.
Yeah, Southern Miss just getting caught in soft coverage. 5, 6, 7 yards off the football. Flip it out on the screen. Easy 5, 6 yard gain, first down.
See what Gamecocks have done on this current drive. 9 plays, 45 yards, over 3.5 minutes of time of possession. Pistol formation. Cam Cook, you can see his burst off the right side.
Yeah, great push by this Jack State offensive line right there for 6. That's how they want to play. That's how they want to manage this ball game.
They went off the blocks. As you see Bubba Grayson, that right guard, kind of filling through the hole. He was a Conference USA All-Freshman team member a year ago in their march to the Conference USA Championship in their first year of eligibility for that award. Harrison Hamley put down as an H-back. It's a give to Cam Cook. Isaiah Gibson Senior, couldn't hang on. Another nice run for Jacksonville State. Cam Cook's 5'11", 200 pounds. He was a 4-star recruit out of high school. ESPN deemed him the 23rd best running back in the country when he was signing his letter of intent to TCU. It is a give to Cam Cook once more.
Yeah, just a heavy dose of Cam Cook right now.
It's his 9th carry for 26 yards. It's only a 2.9 yard average.
Yeah, I'd love to get that above 3.5.
Wimsatt was looking for Caleb Coombs. It falls incomplete. Golden Eagles have been more in a zone tonight. They were in man-to-man defense for about 95% of the game last weekend. See what they have done in the red zone as the ball sits at the 18. They missed their first one of the year in a red zone scoring opportunity. They've converted 17 straight. Pressure coming. Gavin Wimsatt throws behind Cam Cook.
Oh, and they had Cam Cook. This is a pressure play here. They had him cross-face the linebacker, had him over the middle for a touchdown probably, but the pressure didn't allow for an accurate throw.
It's going to be a 35-yard field goal attempt for Garrison Ripa. Kick on the way is good. 3 for 4 from that range on the season for Jacksonville State here. They get on the board, capping off what was a 15-play, 57-yard scoring drive. You said it earlier, They needed to slow the game down. No better way than to get some points, utilize the clock, go on kind of a comprehensive drive of 15 plays.
Yeah,
right?
but all aided by the penalty by Ian Foster. Southern Miss is off the field. They're on that was third and whatever it was, 25 long. They get off the field, they get the penalty, and then Jack State takes advantage of it. Just getting points there is huge. They would have loved to have scored a touchdown, of course, but just for the momentum of the game, get on the board, see if they can't get a stop on defense.
Boots it away. Ian Foster, watch this one hit deep. He was a weapon in kickoff returns a year ago, just hasn't had many opportunities. His longest return came against Mississippi State in game 1. He's not had many other opportunities since. So a third offensive possession now coming for Southern Miss. Yeah. Evening so far for Braylon Braxton, 3 of 4 for 45 yards.
Just back to Ian Foster. If you're a special teams coordinator, he's not a guy that you want to put the ball in his hands a lot when you come to play Southern Miss. So that's by design that he's not getting a lot of opportunities.
Kyron Heath is motioned out. They'll fake to the screen. Braylon Braxton sneaking out the back door, going to throw on the run. He was looking to go to Braylon Brown, but it falls incomplete into the Gamecock bench.
Good coverage in the secondary by Jack State. Southern Miss trying a little pump and go double move, but they stayed at home, covered it well.
Matt Jones is the running back for Southern Miss. Dive play ahead goes Matt Jones for a few. A linebacking core that is active. That was Walker Osteen who made the tackle. They really love all three: Max Sanders, Walker Osteen, Isaac Walker. Luke Rogers is in at right guard at the moment for the Golden Eagles as they'll see this quarter in. They capitalized on a turnover and a nice offensive possession did the Golden Eagles. Jack State got points just a moment ago. 14-3 ball game. We'll be back. 14-3 start for the Golden Eagles. It's been a quarter kind to Southern Miss this season. The second most points scored in a quarter have came in the first. They had 34 first quarter points entering the night, put 14 to that total. Jacksonville State's defense, 27 points allowed in the first 4 games in the first quarter. They've been good in defending their opponents there. 14 allowed, obviously, here tonight. Metcalf's in motion. Braylon Braxton sees pressure. He was trying to get it out to Matt Jones. The pass deflected to the turf. And a 3-and-out for the Golden Eagles. They'll be forced to punt it away.
Good scheme right here. See the mugged backer in the A-gap. He bails, but the linemen think he's coming. They fire the nickel off the slot and get a free runner. So that's a scheme win for this Jack State defense.
Reed Harradine, who had a 45-yard average a week ago punting, has this one downed at the 33-yard line. Joseph Harper was the man who downed it for Southern Miss. Jack State's offense coming back out on the field after a 15-play scoring drive. The last time that was heavy run play selection.
Yeah, 15-play drive. You don't see many of those, but that's exactly what they needed. That's exactly what they want to do. And then go out and get a stop on defense, see what they do here.
It's been an offense that has loved the big play. They loved it last week in their win over Murray State, 45-10. They had 18 plays deemed big play. It is the 2-quarterback system again. They are going to fake it to Wimsatt and keep it as Caden Creel.
Got to think out of this set, they're kind of setting something up, right? Wimsatt's been out wide, and they've really done nothing with him, but I smell something getting set up for later on in this ball game.
We'll see how good your nose is. This pass is thrown out to the near side and deflected. One of the stories of the Golden Eagle defense, at least in the first quarter of this season, the play of Anthony Richard Jr.
Yeah, he's been really good. Great job. He does a great job covering deep balls, plays with great technique, uses the sideline as the 12th defender, and then when the ball's in the air, he can make plays on it.
That's Wimsatt in motion, their starting quarterback. The screen is thrown to Cam Cook, who converts the first down for Jacksonville State. They want to go tempo. Does Clint Trickett, their offensive coordinator. Caden Creel keeps it himself, spins away from one tackle. By the way, that Clint Trickett name, that offensive coordinator for Jacksonville State, may sound familiar to you. If you're a follower of junior college football, he broke into the coaching ranks underneath the legend that is Buddy Stevens up at East Mississippi Community College. Wimsatt back at QB this time.
Mike Montgomery there and a whole host of Golden Eagles on the tackle. Brings down a critical third down. There's Mike Montgomery, 17 in the middle.
First carry by a tailback for Gamecocks not named Cam Cook. Here's a pass to the H-back, Pearson Baldwin, and Ian Foster read that one masterfully. Sets up now 4th and 5. That was a big third down stop for this Golden Eagle defense. Tell me if you follow me. Tell me if you follow me. Does he not remind you of Tyrann Mathieu?
He really does. Yeah, the Honey Badger, no question.
Same build.
Plays with the same energy.
Yep, kind of the same position as well.
Exact same position, and makes plays on the football.
Elijah Metcalf calls for the fair catch at the 9-yard line. Kind of unique. Aaron Dobson, the wide receiver coach, calls Ian Foster the Honey Badger. It'll be the Golden Eagle offense on the field when we return. this on your screen. This tells you how good this offense can be. 5 different receivers with 10 or more receptions already. 16 different wide receivers have caught a pass already on the season for Southern Miss.
Yeah, I think that's just great offensive scheme, spreading the football around. You can't really key on one guy. And then getting everybody involved. More fun for the wide receiver room, and then they obviously throw it to the running backs as well. So good job spreading the wealth by Southern Miss.
Luke Rogers, you see him on your screen right there, 74, the right guard for the Golden Eagles, in for Aloha Maui, who's not available, at least hasn't been since the opening drive tonight. Jeffrey Pittman with another carry. That's his 8th rushing attempt, over 50 yards in the ball game. He was not available last week due to coach's decision. If you sort of caught the tone of the press conference of Charles Huff, you'd realize there was some sloppiness to the prep work a week ago in that game as his Golden Eagles headed to Ruston against Louisiana Tech.
I think the standard for Coach Huff is pretty high, so if you don't match it, you don't play.
Hey, he told a story to me yesterday. He said there were little indicators. He said the common person showing up at practice would have never known that that team was not ready to play. But he said, I'll give you one example, Jason. He said this team elected by choice every Thursday to clean their locker room, pick up the trash. It's supposed to be immaculate as they leave it on a Friday for a road game, or rather for a home game if recruits are in.
Yeah.
He said last Thursday they just chose not to pick up the trash. So Ben Ashford, his strength and conditioning coach, and his staff cleaned up the locker room. And he said it's just the little things, the little things that matter, kind of indicators.
The little things add up to big things, and then they're not so little anymore.
And it's kind of unique. There's a story that happened the last time the Ravens were in the Super Bowl down in New Orleans. Ed Reed said halfway through their year they dealt with the same thing. We're not picking up trash in the locker room.
Wow.
He said we wouldn't throw it in the trash cans. He said he had a speech, told the Ravens about it. The rest was history. See what the Golden Eagles have done tonight in play selection. Play action pass. Kind of a busted play more so than anything. Braylon just tucked it and ran.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a miscommunication. Braylon was looking for an RPO type, trying to step up and throw a quick pass, but no receiver in route. So had to just tuck it and run it.
I think he was trying to go to Caden Morris, and Braylon Braxton is popped from the backside coming in. Malcolm Jones popped it loose. Malcolm Jones will pick it up and be tackled inside the 5-yard line. A backside free blitzer, and Braylon Braxton never saw him.
Yeah, just a great call by Jack State. Coming field pressure. Southern Miss doesn't kick out. Braxton's looking right. His read takes him to the right. Bang, ball out. Huge play for the Gamecocks.
Braxton was trailing the play as well, making sure Malcolm Jones didn't get that one in for a score, but it is set up the best offensive possession of the night for the Gamecocks. They'll go trips formation, field side. They're actually all 3 receivers outside of the hash. There's the look. Gavin Wimsatt pulls. Jamon Tapp reintroduces himself. Loss of 2.
See Jamon Tapp there on the left side of the screen, just bench presses the tackle off of him. Defensive linemen have to fire off the ball, extend, and then shed. Just does an excellent job. You can see the long arms, great range.
That was the press of Reggie Jackson, the 300-pound right tackle that Jamon Tapp was working against. Boy, Cam Cook's power on display into the arms of Chris Jones, but not before he gets it down to the 4-yard line. It's a compact frame, 5'11", 200 pounds.
Yeah, built like a running back. That's how you draw them up. This is a big third down early in this game. If Southern Miss can get a goal line stand after the turnover and then vice versa for Jack State, got to get points.
See the formation, 2 by 2. They are wide. Shovel play to Cam Cook. Mike Montgomery had read it, even popped the football out of his hands and out of bounds.
Mike Montgomery reads it the whole way. Jack State's going for it.
It is a give. No, Gavin Wimsatt pulled it. Did he get in?
They're going to roll him down.
Short.
Wow.
Inside the 1 yard line.
On the field. There's a run over short of the goal line. 1st and 10.
Oh, so close.
So a zone read right from Gavin Wimsatt.
Yeah, you can see here, zone read. Wimsatt pulls it. Great read, but there's that man, Chris Jones, but almost fought his way into the end zone. Big goal line stand for Southern Miss.
We'll be back. Here's one more look at it on the 4th down try. You said you didn't hate the gamble at all from Jacksonville State.
No, I don't mind the call, the situation of the game. You really got to get a touchdown right there off the points. You go with the zone read, you give yourself the option. It's a good read. It's just a better play by the Southern Miss defense.
Braylon Braxton going to go under center of Broderick Roman. Hard snap count.
Probably going to hard count him again.
QB sneak.
Oh,
boy, look at the power of Braylon Braxton.
Little football 101 there, coming out, okay? Coming out of your own end zone. You're on the half-yard line. Hard count. If you jump off sides on offense, you lose 6 inches, maybe.
Yeah.
But if they jump, you get your 5. So hard count, hard count, hard count. Anytime you're backed up inside your 1, inside the 2, give yourself a chance. And if you got a 250-pound quarterback, then quarterback sneak's perfect call.
It's one of the more underappreciated plays in football. We've got an extracurricular at the end of the play.
Well, we've gotten away from it because we've gotten away from being under center. These kids show up, high school, college football.
Personal foul, late hit, defense number 99. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. Automatic first down.
I mean, how many snaps under center do you think you took post-high school career for you? I'm talking all the way through the NFL. Everything.
Well, NFL's different.
Okay, you go under center some?
Yeah,
okay.
You're going to play under center. But to your point, in college, those situations, backed up, maybe a goal line or two, but not much. And if you don't practice it, then you don't know how to do it.
And you were under center all of high school, correct?
Wing T, baby.
Oh, man. I bet y'all were an
Never
efficient
in the
machine.
I don't even know if we had a shotgun. That was too much of a risk for my high school coach. Like, the ball was in the air too long. From the center to the quarterback. That was risky.
So you're saying your high school coach and Larry Fedora just didn't attend the same coaching clinic? Yeah,
no chance.
Some reason they didn't attend the same class.
No, they didn't. I would have to beg to get a pass attempt out of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Of course, you weren't 6'2", 230 either, like Braylon Braxton is. Let's spin this over and caught. Micah Davis. 3 touchdown receptions on the season for Micah Davis. They've utilized him a lot in the red zone.
Southern Miss going fast.
3rd down and 5. 5-step drop. Long ball down for Davis, and it's incomplete.
Just missed him. I love the call. Go fast, go deep. Micah Davis is flying down the field, but just love it. Love the plan. Oh.
Results in a first down.
Oh, they'll get the call. There's a benefit of going fast. Defense can't get their subs in, but, man, they had a touchdown there.
I'd love to call even more knowing it's an illegal substitution infraction. That was a free play. Vertical game looks like he could be there for the Golden Eagles. Jacksonville State's maybe going to have to try to shield against that. You've seen to hook up to Tyshawn Chapman on the big pass earlier in this half. Taking a shot against Micah Davis just a moment ago. Jeffrey Pittman patiently waiting for a hole to open. He's had to bounce a few of those runs. Between the tackles has been really good for Jacksonville State so far. You'll see it here, watch it.
Yeah, you can see Kyron Heath from the H-back tight end position trying to lead up in the hole, but really just nothing there. And then Pittman's trying to create outside the box. Walker
Osteen with another tackle for Jacksonville State. Free blitzer. Ball down the field that was intended for Braylon Brown, nearly into the hands of Traquan Fagans. Young man that was coached by Charles Kelly when playing at Alabama.
Gets the one-on-one matchup, but really it's the same stick flat concept they ran on the first drive when he just banged it to Kyron Heath right there. It's the same play, but he gets man, so he tries to take the one-on-one. The problem is that's a throw all the way to the wide side of the field. I don't love that decision on 2nd and 8.
False start on the Golden Eagle offense. Should be on Carlos Slayton, who's in that right guard position.
False start. Offense, number 55. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Yep, just a little early.
It was a 3rd and 8, turns to a 3rd and 13. Southern Miss has not converted a 3rd down tonight. Metcalf with a little eye candy. It is a give straight ahead by Matt Jones. He'll get across the 40-yard line, not much further.
Conservative call there by Southern Miss, 3rd and 13. Maybe pop a run, if not, field position decision, punt them deep. Defense playing well.
True freshman punt returner Gabe Glover out of Dothan, Alabama is back deep to receive. Paradigm lists a beautiful punt. Glover will call for the fair catch at the 13-yard line. That is where the Jacksonville State Gamecock offense will take over when we return. Southern Miss first 3 drives of the night led to 14 points, 137 yards, but their last 3 drives offensively, no points, just 47 yards at the moment. Jacksonville State, you said it earlier in this half for that man's ball club and Charles Kelly, you said they got to get this thing slowed down.
Yeah, you could
and
feel
they have, right?
Yeah, you could feel the wheels coming off early. Back-to-back touchdowns by Southern Miss, but they weathered the storm, went down, got points. Defense starting to play a little better. So now we're seeing, the type of ball game we thought we would with 2 evenly matched teams.
They do get the football to begin the second half. This is an important drive late in the second quarter. Caden Creel has been utilized quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, trying to get him on the field a little bit.
He's a true sophomore out of Fairhope High School, Fairhope, Alabama. Not too far of a car drive from Hattiesburg. Brock Recksteiner takes the shovel pass, gets outside. He'll have the first down, but he is annihilated by Corey Myrick on a form tackle.
A little tip-tap, speed sweep. You can see, gets to the edge, but there comes 22, Myrick. Beautiful, just like you said, form tackle under his pads and drive the feet.
That looked almost scripted of a tackle. That's kind of funny because Recksteiner comes from a lineage out of the WWE. Remember Scott Steiner? That's his dad. Jacksonville State gets the offense going here. Caleb Coombs with the reception.
Yeah, good job of all getting on the perimeter, but man, look at the blocking out front. That's what it's all about on the perimeter. If you're going to be a screen team, bubbles, RPOs, you got to have wide receivers and tight ends that want to block.
A change of pace. They're leaving Caden Creel out there. Guy who came in with just 3 passing attempts on the season. He didn't have 10 rushes for around 88 yards on the year so far for Jacksonville State. Charles Kelly trying to see if he can get it going. Maybe a little different rhythm, a little different pace. Low snap, Caden Creel flush from the pocket. They'll pick up a few on first down.
Good coverage by Southern Miss in the secondary.
How about this number? First down yards average per play a week ago against this Golden Eagle defense for Louisiana Tech. 8.8 yard average on first down a week ago.
Yeah, I got to get that fixed if you're Southern Miss.
Second down and 7. Average tonight for Jacksonville State on first down has been about 2.9 so far. Caden Creel, another quarterback scramble for a few. Sets up a 3rd and 3. He's already over the total that he had in number of rush attempts a week ago against Murray State late in that ball game. He'll keep it himself once more. Ian Foster was right at the point of attack. He's going to be very close to a first down. The indication from the head linesman is 4th down.
Going quick, a lot of quarterback counter with Creel.
Timeout. Southern Miss, their 3rd and final. 30 seconds in late.
Charles Huff has said he has wanted to likes to utilize the timeouts on the defensive side of the ball to scheme against the offense. You said it's been a lot of quarterback counter from Caden Creel. They looked like they were going zone read with Cam Cook on that 4th down and 1. This is a bit of a gamble, too. They went for one already. They're 5 of 7 on the season coming into the game on 4th down, or the Gamecocks.
Yeah, I like that. Never heard that. Use your timeouts on the defensive side of the ball to scheme up maybe a pressure.
Well, you just said that's been the preference. If you've noticed, that's been the tendency of this team. They do.
They do. Probably a Nick Saban thing.
You think so?
I mean, defensive coach.
Maybe.
Defense first.
4th and 1. Big play of the first half. Cam Cook.
Looks like he got it.
He sure does. That's where the old trust comes into your tailback, right? You sort of know what you got in Cam Cook, don't you?
You're fourth and 1 and you're a running team. That's what you're going to hang your hat on. So that call's not surprising.
They'll go tempo once more. Caden Creel dropped the football. He will pick it up, trying to find some space. He dropped it again. Is it recovered by the Golden Eagles? It is. Avery Sledge.
Fumble. Recovered by the defense. 1st and 10. Southern Miss.
It is a fumble recovered by the Golden Eagles. They'll have it in their possession when we come back after the 2-minute timeout. This seems good. Tell me if it's good.
Probably the biggest turnaround of the season.
I mean, you lost 19, minus 19 in turnovers, plus 5 at the moment, leading the Sun Belt Conference turnover margin. Braylon Braxton is flush from the pocket. He has had some pressure tonight. Remember, it's an offensive line without Aloha Lamaui, usual starting right guard.
It's an underrated play right there by Braylon Braxton. Just get the ball out of your hand. It's a busted play. He has the arm strength. He's falling away. Just get it out of bounds. 2nd and 10. We don't need 2nd and 20. Okay, that's just a good managing the game play by your quarterback.
I feel like you've had those conversations.
I've had them.
You've had them probably in your ear and
in my ear,
in some of your pupils, right?
Some of my youngsters.
Like
my
youngsters
are out here listening, if you're a high school quarterback, throw the ball away if you get in a bad situation.
Jack State, they're first. 30 seconds in length. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1:38. 1:38.
So you see the timeout used out of the pocket of Charles Kelly. And that's why they get the kickoff back to start the second half. You got them at a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, trying to create an extra possession.
This is a big play of this first half, maybe the biggest play of this first half to this point.
You know,
Southern Miss.
I talked about I did like the decision to go for it on the goal line, but if you take the field goal,
you want to take that? Oh, you want to
take the field goal? It's a one-possession game right now. I didn't say I was right. I said
no,
I think I'm right.
I wrote it down over here in my book. Marty's got it on the index card that you believe that.
I can change my mind. I'm not making these decisions there. I'm letting them coach.
I was curious. I was curious if you like giving up the points. Braylon Braxton choosing to run it. Oh, boy, look at the effort to get the first down. He used all of that 6'2" frame.
Yeah, there's just an effort and a will play here.
I thought he had the first down. They're marking him actually short.
Maybe a half yard. Maybe 4th and 1 here for Southern Miss. Certainly they go right on the 30, 38, 39 yard line.
It is a reviewable play as well, I believe. They could possibly hold it up to take a look. I thought Braylon
the defender for Jack State helmet came off. Southern Miss declines a 10-second runoff. The game clock will start on the snap. It's 4th down.
It is 4th and 1. Dead last in the Sun Belt are the Golden Eagles. Just 1 of 5 on 4th down conversions. Braylon Braxton on the quarterback sneak, kind of hopping over the right tackle.
That's just a good play. Feels everyone converging down at the football and just hops out in the C gap outside the tackle and takes off.
Schoolyard, you call that the okey doke. Braylon Braxton flush to his right. Just going to trot out of bounds. Boy, the more you watch him, the more you love him, right?
That's right. Good decision. Knew he could go get the first with his feet. Goes and gets it. Good protection up front. Allow Braxton to step up, and then he'll make you right after that.
This is not forcing anything. This is taking what the defense is giving you at the moment. Caden Morris is his H-back tight end to his right. This is Metcalf across. Braylon tall in the pocket. Now we'll try to feed it into Morris. It was deflected down and incomplete.
You know, speaking of that with Braylon Braxton, one of the terms that we have screwed up as a football fan society forever is the term game manager for a quarterback, because it takes on this negative connotation that you're not any good if you're just a game manager. But in reality, your first role number 1 as a quarterback is to manage the offense in the game. So I hate that term has become a negative.
I agree.
It's so important.
Well, I mean, managing implies that you're going to help the team win.
Yeah, the managers get paid the most money.
Winning is cool. We tried the other last year. Not fun, right?
No, yeah.
Conversion for a first down by Jeffrey Pittman on 3rd and 2. Important drive for the Golden Eagles. They need to find points. Over to Braylon Brown. Right at the sticks. They'll move them. Another first down.
Looks like he got out of bounds, too. They stopped the clock. Yep. Field wide side stop route. Puts the ball where he wants it tonight.
Takes some arm strength, too, to get that throw out there.
It does. All out blitz.
Braylon sees it. Slipping out to his right side. Now we'll shovel it forward as an incomplete pass.
Outside the pocket, the ball across the line of scrimmage.
Outside the pocket, across the line of scrimmage. That's the rule there. Trying to set up the screen. It's a good call versus all-out pressure, but you can see Nix there just stays at home. Great job. And then Braxton nowhere to go. Does a nice job just getting rid of it.
This is a big moment. 2nd and 10. Trips to the field. Ball on this near hash. Kyron Heath comes to the left side. It's a give to Jeffrey Pittman. He bulldozes his way down.
Southern Miss out of timeouts. We got to get moving here.
Clock rolling. Under 15 seconds as they get set. Braylon, pump fake. Rolling right. Nobody there. Braylon Braxton will step into the end zone. That was game manager 101 from Braylon Braxton, known as B1.
Yeah, big drive for Southern Miss to go up 20-21-3 before the half. But this is all number one. This play is not there. Steps to the side, sees a lane, and shot out of the cannon, touchdown.
Creighton Wilbanks puts the extra point try. Splits the uprights. Let's go back to that term you were using, game manager. He managed the offense of a division rival a year ago to a championship. It's plays like these that win football games.
Yeah, it's beautiful when it adds up and you manage the game, throw the ball away when you need to, you take the easy completions. The big plays and the stats, it's just amazing how they accumulate over the game. And then you look up and you only threw maybe 5-6 interceptions all season long. That's how you have a great season at quarterback. Take a look at the scoring drive. 11 plays, 47 yards, all on the back of that man right there. Just beautiful looking drive for Southern Miss.
You never know how these things play themselves out. College football is a funky game, but if the Golden Eagles go on to hold on to this game later on tonight, probably highlight that drive and the importance and significance of it.
Yeah, Jack State uses the timeout on
Correct.
3rd and 8, thinking they're going to get the ball back, but number one had different plans.
Lucas Farrington awaits the kick from Reed Harrodine. He'll hit a knee. Jacksonville State went with Caden Creel on their last offensive possession. It'll be Caden Creel once more. They had put a package together earlier tonight where both quarterbacks were in. Gavin Wimsatt along with Caden Creel. They're going to go empty here.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Delay a game on the opening play of the drive, not what you want to see.
Not with 5 seconds left and an empty set. They're either up to something or up to something. Caden Creel rolling right. Throw it away. That's how the opening half will end. The Golden Eagles got started early, 14 points. Jackson State responded with a field goal. Big touchdown drive a moment ago from the black and gold. 21-3 at the half. We'll be back to Hattiesburg. 21-3 at the half tonight inside MM Roberts Stadium as the Golden Eagles got off to a fast start. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth. I'm Jason Baker alongside my color analyst, Austin Davis. It got started from the jump for the Golden Eagles. Jamon tapped the strip sack early. What did you like about the start for Southern Miss in the first half?
Yeah, creating turnovers and then getting points off of that. Jeffrey Pittman punches it in for the touchdown, and then going up 7-0, and then getting another touchdown going up 14-0, and then Jack State kind of slowed things down, kind of got back in this game, and then Southern Miss goes and gets points at the end.
You mentioned early they needed to slow it down. They did they not? It's been sustained drives, just not points for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, they kind of felt the wheels coming off early, and then they slowed it down, played their style of football, rushing the football, kind of controlling the clock. But Southern Miss has just been opportunistic, and Braylon Braxton's been really good.
These have been the highlights of the first half. It was this right here, right? The first play of the ball game, this Golden Eagle defense.
Yeah, that's J.J. Hawkins coming around the edge. Great job chopping the football out. Southern Miss gets it and then turns around. Jeffrey Pittman punches it in from a yard out, takes the lead 7-0.
2 touchdown runs for Jeffrey Pittman. He's been a welcome return back into this offense, has he not?
This is a running back that Southern Miss really wants to keep involved in this offense. Here they go up top to Chapman, and then this sets up another Pittman touchdown. Southern Miss takes a commanding 14-0 lead.
Yeah, that was a 43-yard vertical route to Tyshawn Chapman. That's been there for the Golden Eagle offense tonight a little bit.
Yeah, they've been kind of gap scheme inside, some receiver screens, and then go fast and go deep, which I love. They missed the one to Micah Davis, but there's a take a look at the second touchdown from Pittman on the toss there inside the 1.
This was the field goal for the Gamecocks. And that was at that very moment where it kind of felt like the wheels were coming off. A turnover here from Caden Creel, the backup quarterback for Jack State, winds up leading the points as the conversion by Braylon Braxton as well.
Yeah, big mistake there by Creel, putting the football on the ground, and then Southern Miss turns that into points. So it's really been a game of turnovers, and then Southern Miss capitalizing on that. As you can see, number 1 making a play on a big third down conversion late in the second.
Here's been the first half stats so far, the 125 rushing yards. That's improvement for this Golden Eagle offense.
Yeah, they've done a nice job, and then third downs, it was late in the second quarter there. They had to convert it to third down. So really that last drive, convert a few third downs to get points. Time of possession is always going to be a battle when you're playing a rush-heavy team, but Southern Miss doing it on the scoreboard.
The time of possession points to exactly that for Jacksonville State. They've possessed the football. They've just not been able to cash in. We'll talk about some keys to the second half when we return to MM Roberts Stadium. 21-3, Golden Eagles lead it at the half. Back at halftime here at M.M. Roberts Stadium tonight, 21-3. Southern Miss leads it over Jacksonville State. We welcome you back into the booth. Jason Baker alongside a special guest, the head women's basketball coach of the Southern Miss Lady Eagles, Missy Bilderback, joins us. First of all, welcome.
Thank you, Jason. Yeah, it's a good night.
It is a good night.
We look great.
Talk to me about the whirlwind process that it's been since becoming the head coach here for the Lady Eagles. What's the off season been like? And basketball season looks like it's right on the horizon, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely been a whirlwind for sure. So it's been great though. A good busy. We had to sign like 10 kids in 5 weeks and got a great roster. We're really excited about putting a staff together, and now really it's just time to go to work and focus on the season. To be here before we know it. Made great progress, had a great 8-week program during the summer, and so really excited about where we are and can't wait to get started for sure.
Speaking about that staff, you brought back some former familiar faces of Lady Eagle basketball. Lauren Pittman played here, as well as Lauren Gross as well. Jonathan Williams, a staff member that you brought on, and you retained your Director of Basketball Operations, and Matt Gardner as well.
Yeah, just a great group of people first. They're really phenomenal to work with. They work extremely hard. They're very connected in recruiting, and then as far as bringing the best out of our kids, they do a great job. And so I couldn't ask for a better staff, and they just really worked extremely hard today. We had about 40 kids on an unofficial visit today, about 70 people total, and so just their work and bringing those kids in, and we've already signed have a great commit for this class, and so a high school kid, we believe one of the top kids in the state. So we're just really excited about where we're trending and where it's going right now.
And then talk to me about building the roster. You mentioned you had to go get a different roster, kind of flipping the roster, if you will, out of the McNellis era now to the Bilderback era. What did you go out and try to accomplish in building the roster?
Our style of play, we like to play so fast. We love the three, and so obviously our guards have got to be able to shoot the basketball. And so we feel really good about the guards we've been able to bring in and the experience level there for sure. And then obviously you got to be able to have kids that will go fight inside and rebound, and that toughness is so important. And so we really hit the portal hard there to try to really fill those needs. Bringing back 3 key players with, Morgan, Jemiah Evans, and Whitney Hart. Really excited about them, but overall I feel like we had a great class, for sure.
Bringing in a first-teamer as well from the All-Sun Belt team in Jacayla Johnson, a guard that you coached at Jones Junior College, took her with you to Louisiana Monroe. Now she's back here for her final campaign. How excited are you for JK?
Yeah, she's just a special player, and so, probably could have gone anywhere in the country. I think the scariest part for me in taking the job was knowing she had to go in the transfer portal to come with me, right? And so she made that choice to come to Southern Miss, Jackson, Clinton, Mississippi kid, and so just really excited for her to be here and get to finish her career in the black and gold.
It's a guard-heavy roster that is awfully talented for the Lady Eagles. If they want to see the Lady Eagles this season, what's the season ticket package look like?
Yeah, it's really a great deal. I think it's like $5 per game, so really, definitely come out and support us. I think it's going to be a fun experience just coming out, watch our team play once, and I guarantee you'll come back. They play with such energy and just really a awesome group of people. And so, but yeah, season tickets are on sale. They're going well right now, but we need more Golden Eagle fans out for sure. All
right, what a time. The Bilderback era gets started very, very soon, about a month away from basketball season. Coach, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Jason.
That's Missy Bilderback joining us. We'll be back with more of our halftime show from M.M. Roberts. 21-3 at the half. Southern Miss leads Jacksonville State. We'll be back with the start of the third quarter after this. (21-3 at the half as we get ready to start this third quarter for Jackson State. Austin, what do they need to do?
Well, I think it's really two things. One's the turnovers, right? Southern Miss got 14 points off of turnovers. And then two, just establishing the run game as they want to play, eliminate mistakes.
Christian Lando has taken it out from 2 yards deep after he dropped the football on the kickoff return. It is recovered by the Gamecocks as he lost it at the end of the return. I believe he was down by contact before losing it. He was.
The runner's knee was down with the ball at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Jack State.
To your point for Jack State, it needs to be cleaner, right?
Yeah, just the turnovers, two touchdowns off of turnovers, really. They'd be in this ball game.
Not sure of the status of Gavin Wimsatt, but Caden Creel is back out for his 3rd offensive series. He will leave it with Cam Cook. He's going to be stopped. Chris Jones right there for another tackle for this Golden Eagle defense.
Just handing it to the halfback off tackle. Chris Jones doing what he does best.
Cook was so good. He led TCU in rushing back in 2024. Had 9 touchdowns to go with him. Design, QB run. Caden Creel out the backside. Well, you can see why he is in there as the running threat as well, up to the 30-yard line for Quinn Trickett's offense.
Yeah, just quarterback counter. Great job. Southern Miss makes him bounce it, but he's got the speed to get the edge.
Keeps it once more to the 32. Yeah, Gavin Wimsatt, you could see him right on the sideline, helmet on. So it's just been a change at the quarterback position to try to get the offense going.
Could be banged up, could be a little sore, but can still play. We don't know. But Krill's getting significant snaps and getting an opportunity to maybe take this job.
Fakes the toss to Cam Cook. Now kind of juking around behind the line of scrimmage. That's not a good place to be. Rodarius Lewis on the tackle for Southern Miss.
Yeah, just a lot of black jerseys in the box playing that run. They know they got to stop it. Force Jack State to throw the football. Quarterback that hasn't played a lot in the game. The game plan gets real simple.
Gamecocks are 3 of 8 on 3rd down tonight. Caden Creel flushed from the pocket. Lets it go to the wheel. That is incomplete. 2 receivers working back. DeAndre Johnson, the 6'8" wide receiver target, was coming back. Caleb Coons is on the wheel.
I can't blame him for putting it up to a 6'8" receiver, but just over the outstretched arm of Ian Foster, who was backpedaling to get in the passing lane. A big stop for Southern Miss to start this second half.
Connor Dunaghy will punt it away. Rugby style punt. It's going to be fielded by Elijah Metcalf. Spinning around near the 40. It'll be the Golden Eagle offense to take over up across the 40-yard line when we return. Jack State defense taking to the field 21-3. This tells you a bit of the story tonight. For Southern Miss in that first half, 7 drives, none longer than 3 minutes. Their 3 touchdown drives were under 2 minutes. For Jacksonville State, 7 drives, 3 were over 3 minutes, which those 3 resulted field goal, punt, fumble. So they've possessed it. They've been able to kind of move the chains, but not been able to cash in, right?
Yeah, that's part of their plan, is to possess it, but they just got to finish with points. And then the other side of that coin is, if you're going to be a ball possession team, you can't turn it over and lose the opportunity to hold on to it.
Charles Kelly reiterated that point to me this week, said we run the ball to win, we throw the ball to score. It was a tackle for loss on a screen pass out to Metcalf from Braylon Braxton. Golden Eagles will wind up losing 4 on the play to second down at 14.
Well, if they throw to score, they better start throwing it.
Well, that's what he said. It's kind of unique too. You know, this is when you'd love to have that conversation with Charles Kelly, to see the change in pace from Caden Creel to Gavin Wimsatt. It's a give to Jeffrey Pittman. He gets 3 of the 4 they lost back. Pittman 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. Second time this season he's accomplished that. The other was the last time they were back in the Rock against App State, picking up their first Sun Belt Conference win of the season were the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's not trying to be done with just 2 with an entire second half to go.
See the motion to sort of reveal the Gamecock coverage.
Southern Miss really spreads it out wide, outside the numbers.
And Braxton flush to his right. Boy, a heat-seeking missile. That is the safety coming up for Jacksonville State in Malcolm Jones. He had the sack on Braylon Braxton earlier tonight, gets another one here.
Yeah, you'll see Jones on the left side of your screen just show up out of nowhere. Braxton unable to get rid of it.
That is safety tackling in the open field 101 for Malcolm Jones. Second 3 and out of the ball game for the Golden Eagle offense.
Delay a game. Kicking team. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Back it up 5 yards, make Reed Harradine punt it away. Golden Eagles are without their everyday punter in Jack Murley. Charles Huff said he's expected to return next week. Jacksonville State was coming after this punt. Gabe Glover moves up to field it on a fair catch at the 32. That's where Jacksonville State will take over when we return. Third quarter action on ESPN Plus tonight from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, underneath the waving crescent moon at M.M. Roberts Stadium. It's been a ball game that has at times felt almost out of reach for Jacksonville State, like it was fixing to get to that point.
Yeah.
But I think you got to give them some credit. I mean, it's literally an 18-point margin as we sit early in the third. But at some point, they've got to get a sustained drive that cashes in for a touchdown to get themselves into the ballgame, right?
Yeah, I think they need a big play. I think they need an explosive. That's what they've done this season. They need a long touchdown to kind of spark them, get them back in this game.
This is how they could do it. Cam Cook. He's had 3 consecutive games with 100-plus yards rushing tonight. That was his 15th attempt. Right at about 50 yards rushing on the night for Cam Cook. Last week he had 5 carries of 10-plus yards rushing. Tonight his longest rush has been 15. Busted play. Caden Creel is shot down. Making the dive on the stop was Garrett Ponder, the defensive end for Southern Miss.
Yeah, good play here. Just a mishandled snap really throws the timing off. This offense starting to get sloppy. Ponder there to take advantage of it. 3rd down.
It's a red-shirted sophomore backup quarterback in tonight for Jacksonville State. All-out blitz by the Golden Eagles. Jason Seymour went blitz, cover 0 behind it. Here they came.
Yeah, and they really had him. They had the perfect call. Nobody covers Cook out of the backfield. Just couldn't get the ball to him. Perfect play for Jackson State. Have a little halfback wheel. Just got to put it on him with some tempo.
Connor Donaghy gets off a beautiful punt. Elijah Metcalf slips a tackle into the arms. He goes by Isaac Walker, who had the tackle on the punt coverage.
Yeah, good coverage there. As soon as Metcalf slipped through these first couple tacklers, there was a lot of space, but just good angles and corralled in there near the sideline.
The second 3 and out of the night to begin the second half for the Golden Eagle offense. They get a stop on a 3 and out defensively. Now the football back in the possession of an offense that's working with 181 total yards, 126 on the ground tonight for Southern Miss, just 55 through the air. 2 teams have combined for 100 yards passing total. Look at Caden Morris out in front of Braylon Braxton leading the way.
Yeah, zone read, automatic pull, Morris out in front. You can see Morris slipping across behind the line of scrimmage, and then gets out in front up on the safety Jones for a big gain.
Jeffrey Pittman voids a defender. Malcolm Jones popped him. Pittman slipped off that and ended up with a few.
There were some pads popping on that play. As you can see, Pittman not running off full speed. Watch him bounce. Watch Jones come from the outside. Boom! Pretty good hit there.
Malcolm Jones will strike you.
Yes,
we
he
have
will.
discovered that in Hattiesburg, Mississippi tonight for sure.
You hear the crowd. Oh, hit him pretty good.
Numbers on the night of Braylon Braxton at the moment. He'll leave it to Matt Jones. That has been the angle of the run game. They have been more off tackle tonight than inside a tackle, have they not?
Yeah, pulling guards and tackles, getting inside. Let's take a look at this. Yep, pull a guard, pull a H-back, just a little counter play.
Penalty flag flies here pre-snap.
Legal snap. Offense number 67, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Center Broderick Roman with a snap infraction.
Yep, just a little early.
empty formation. Haven't seen this much tonight from Southern Miss. It's quickly out to Matt Jones, who is motioned out of the backfield.
Jack's bringing zone pressure there. Good play call. They had the numbers advantage to the boundary and flips it out to Jones for a nice gain.
You ever wonder why we call Marty Wyndham our statistician magician? 6 of 13 passing tonight was Braylon Braxton. Only consecutive completions happen in his first 2 attempts. As Braylon rolls to his right, backside wheel to Matt Jones. Caught down the far sideline.
Yeah, Matt Jones slips out of the backfield. Braxton boots to his right. Fakes it, boots to the right, eyes right. Sets up in the middle. Beautiful 2-ball right to the sideline.
What a play call from Blake Anderson, the offensive coordinator for the Golden Eagles. Red zone opportunity for this Golden Eagle offense at the 10. Little eye candy motion. It's a handoff. Jeffrey Pittman bounces it down near the 5-yard line.
Yeah, a little eye candy motion from Chapman. Pittman, just there's color in the hole, so it has to bounce. Pick up 2nd and goal.
4.7 yard per rush average for Jeffrey Pittman. Oh, what a play from Braylon Braxton. He showed zone read. Popped up to the tight end, Caden Morris, the 5th-year senior. Makes another touchdown reception on the season for him. 27-3 Southern Miss.
Just a great job. Little H-back pop pass. Looks like they've been running that counter all night, so the backers are stepping up to play run. And you just slip the H-back right through. Beautiful call, beautiful execution. Golden Eagles pulling away.
Creighton Wilbanks extra point try is good. Here's another look of a beautiful play call design from the Golden Eagle offense. 4 straight pass completions from Braylon Braxton. The Golden Eagles capped off a 7-play, 67-yard drive with that Caden Morris touchdown reception on the counter pop pass, his second receiving touchdown of the season for the 5th-year senior Caden Morris. The kickoff by Reed Harradine.
A couple of nice designs there with the halfback wheel coming out of the backfield and then the tight end pop pass inside the 5. Southern Miss clicking on all cylinders right now.
And again, we've not been given any particular reason why Gavin Wimsatt is out of the ball game. Charles Kelly and Clint Trickett going with Caden Creel, the backup quarterback for the Gamecocks. This is why they like him. He has this ability to pull away a huge run from Caden Creel inside the 10. He'll be dropped at the 2-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle on an effort play from Jonathan Penix. A 73-yard run, and there's a penalty flag.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, number 60, 5-yard penalty, first down.
I know Caden Creel doesn't want to go backwards, but be honest with me. The pause from the penalty to catch your breath and your win, not a bad thing, is it?
Yeah, I mean, Southern Miss just got out of their rush lanes, and I didn't know he had this kind of speed, but he is shot out of a cannon, and it took everything to run him down just short of the goal line, but a big play and exactly what Jack State needed.
Timeout. Southern Miss, their first. 30 seconds in length.
So the Golden Eagles call a timeout. Talk about things. You mentioned out of the running lanes. That's what led to that run from Caden Creel, right?
Yeah, a little like man coverage. So defensive rush lanes are really important because you don't have the back end. They've got their backs turned. They're running and chasing. That's what it looked like. And you can see no rush lanes. They're all in man-to-man, so no one left for the quarterback.
Yeah, and you could see at that moment, too, that Caden Creel was stepping up in the pocket. Chris Jones had a responsibility of the back out of the backfield, kind of went with the back, and at that point, Caden Creel had no one in front of him.
That's right.
It is first and goal from the 7. Pearson Baldwin motioned over. Handoff, Cam Cook searching for that end zone. It's back inside the 5-yard line.
Second down, go.
Second and goal. Pulls it, tosses it out to Brock Recksteiner. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
That's the man they got to get involved. Recksteiner, good job just getting him out into the flat. Nice touch pass by Creel. Jack State's get on the board here in the 3rd. He just kind of bluffs like he's going to block and then slips out to the flat route. Nice touch pass. Had to get an over and a defender. And they're going to go for 2.
They are trying to make it to the 17-point margin. Caden Creel patiently waiting. He'll dive in. 2-point try, true for Jacksonville State. A response that they needed in the middle portion of this 3rd quarter. Puts it to 28-11. And with 4:33 left in it, aided by that 73-yard run by Caden Creel. If you're Charles Kelly, you got to be pleased with that offensive possession.
Yeah, just had to. It's going to take some explosive plays. They're having trouble, 10, 11, 12 play drives and punching it in. So they're going to need some big plays like they just had for Southern Miss. Just big mistake on defense, letting Creel get free.
So a red-shirted sophomore, young man out of Fairhope, Alabama, had over 3,000 total yards in his senior campaign back in 2022 at Fairhope High School. Three plays, 75 yards. That'll get it done. 119 off the clock. Golden Eagles believe an onside kick's on its way. Connor Donaghy will approach it and send it deep into the end zone. A touchback for this Golden Eagle offense.
Just a precautionary, good, smart decision there by the kickoff return team. Don't need any extra momentum. Make sure they don't surprise onside us. We'll let you have the deep kick, but we're not going to get caught off guard.
These middle portions of football games at times can be where teams either at this moment sort of step on the throat, pull away, or do you let a team back into the ball game? That was a big drive for Jacksonville State. Now what is the response from the black and gold and Southern Miss? A tunnel screen to Micah Davis. Look out. Across the 50, he'll be dropped in Gamecock territory.
That's a pretty good response right there. Little motion, counter action. There goes Micah Davis.
Travis Franklin Jr. made the tackle on Micah Davis. TFL coming for this Gamecock defense. Tackle was made by Max Sanders, the freshman linebacker. About the story Charles Kelly gave me earlier in the week. When he went to go make the home visit, it was in the middle of a snowstorm. Said he had to risk it to be able to get to Max home. On the way back, he got snowed in, could not drive home, slept in his truck. Said, man, I hope this kid's worth it, and I hope I land him, and he did. And he's been every bit of that and more as a true freshman linebacker for this Gamecock defense. I could listen to, like, recruiting stories like that for days, my man.
Yeah, it's just, you know, all that effort goes into it, and then you hope, like you said, you hope it pans out. And for that scenario, it certainly has.
3rd and long. See what Braylon Braxton has done tonight. Threw for 392 a week ago. That's kind of an outlier type performance. That's not the carbon copy of who Braylon Braxton as a quarterback has been previously to Southern Miss and while being the quarterback at Southern Miss. Oh, what a catch from Braylon Brown to convert the first down to the 30.
Across the middle on a dig route. He's climbing the ladder on this. Now this ball's all overthrown. Watch this catch. Wow. What a play.
Hello, Sports Center top 10 for Braylon Brown. Elijah Metcalf with a handoff. Look at Braylon Braxton helping the umpire spot the ball. Yep.
He knows what's happening now. Once they get their foot on the gas, they do not let off.
Jet motion, tall in the pocket, fires, snatched out of the air and caught from Carl Chester.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 8. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
Play action pass. Braylon Braxton looks right, doesn't like it, fires over the middle. Carl Chester, big tall receiver, put it where nobody else can catch it but him, and a nice spin in the end zone of the football.
They played at 3 institutions together, Tulsa, Marshall, and their swan song here at Southern Miss as Creighton Wilbanks splits the uprights. A response from the black and gold. You learn something about your football teams You give up a big play to Caden Creel in a score, you come back out and you assert yourself back into the ball game for Southern Miss.
You mentioned it too, like what's the answer for Southern Miss going to be? And then bang, they pop the wide receiver screen. There goes Micah Davis, puts on the gas pedal, and a couple plays later they're in their end zone. But Southern Miss just executing right now on offense. Guys are making plays, one-handed catch. It's kind of like you get the momentum going, everything starts to work. It's been a nice night for them.
Gives the Golden Eagles 328 total yards of offense tonight. A week ago, they had over 500 in that loss to Louisiana Tech. But it's been balanced tonight, 150 through the air, 178 on the ground. Strong kick from Reed Harradine.
Gamecocks will get first and 10 at their 25.
So Jack State will get it at their 25-yard line.
Gonna have to create some more explosive plays. There's that man Creel. He can do it with his legs. We know that. But gonna have to put the ball in the air and try to make some plays down the field.
Two-back set. They have not shown this tonight. It is Christian Lando to the right. Out of an option play for Caden Creel. Christian Lando is a fantastic story. It's practically a miracle play in college football. He's a cancer survivor back in the 4th grade of acute myeloid leukemia. Just a wonderful story that you see him here playing college football for Jacksonville State. It is a pull to Cam Cook. Caden Creel was trying to go to Brock Recksteiner. Thought there should be a flag. There was not, and it falls incomplete, but sets up 3rd and short.
You know it's a good RPO when you fool the play-by-play guy.
Oh boy, I couldn't figure out where the football was.
That was a great look at play action. Just missed the throw.
I tell you, the more you watch Caden Creel, you kind of like the delivery, the ability to hide that football like he can.
Certainly has some deceptive speed.
Patience, picks up the 1st down.
He's a scrappy little runner for sure.
He's 6 foot, 200 pounds. A guy that we said he had 10 carries for 88 yards and a touchdown on the season coming into tonight. That was his 16th rushing attempt. He's gone for 116 plus yards. Drop back, winds up downfield, made a mistake. Into the hands of Josh Moten. First INT of the season for one of the best DBs in the Sun Belt.
A diving interception at that. Trying to go over the top and get the post, but he forces it. And a nice play by Josh Moten. As you mentioned, one of the best quarters, not only in the Sun Belt, but in the country. Comes up with a big INT.
Gives a Golden Eagle offense another possession in this 3rd quarter. Braylon Braxton working on a 12-19 night. They'll give a handoff to the freshman Jalen Carter out of Valdosta, Georgia. Had some action late in the ball game last Saturday night, and I had a good feeling he earned himself some more snaps. Played extremely hard in a ball game that kind of felt out of reach. with the turnover battle tonight. It's a Golden Eagle team that leads the Sun Belt Conference in turnover margin. And we'll head to the fourth quarter in the Pine Belt and MM Roberts Stadium. 35-11, Southern Miss. MM Roberts Stadium on a Saturday night. Game for the Golden Eagles. They're looking to try to close this out in emphatic fashion.
Yeah, you had to love Coach Huff's energy right there at the end of the third quarter, man. He's not going to give up. They got 1 quarter of football left. Get this crowd involved. Go finish.
Jalen Carter getting an opportunity again. Another carry off the left side.
Yeah, Jalen Carter with the carry. Let's go, Carter! Tackled by Aaron Brady.
Cooper Frazier in as a left guard. It's Greg Nunnery who slid over to left tackle. Back to Jalen Carter once more up near the 50-yard line.
A good opportunity for Carter to get some carries, build on what he did last week. Like you said, earned these carries a week ago, and that's how this thing goes. That's how a season evolves. How you start, not necessarily how you finish come November and December. So opportunity to earn some playing time on both sides of the football for both teams.
For both teams tonight. What about Caden Creel? He's done nothing but helped his cause. Shovel pass to Caden Morris. That's incomplete. A forward pass.
It's an incomplete forward pass. It's 4th down.
Southern Miss will punt it away. Had a lot of momentum right there. Just kind of pitched it behind him.
How hard is that to execute? I mean, that's a quarterback out in front. You're kind of looking back, trying to feel where the receiver is.
It's just a little 3 or 4 yard pitch. I think it's a little, it looks a little harder than it actually is.
But I mean, there's a lot of moving pieces in there.
Of course, it depends on if you're pitching with your left hand or right hand. Some guys are, you know, a little easier.
That really makes it better. We'll be back. More to come. Sunbelt Conference football on ESPN. The consistency of the Golden Eagle offense leads to a lot of promise as this season heads forward. First time since 2019 with 30-plus points in their 3rd straight home game.
Yeah, starting to play well at home. You can definitely feel that. Going to have to figure it out on the road and go play well in that situation if they want to have the season that they're hoping to have. But it's been a different atmosphere here. I think we can both agree on that. It's been a different atmosphere at the Rock.
Handoff goes from Caden Creel.
But like Mike Montgomery there. Mike Montgomery in on the tackle again, still flying around making plays.
Good for his 9th tackle of the ball game. Another give to Cam Cook, trying to make to the corner. He will. Josh Battle, safety, came up to make the stop.
Yeah, Battle does a nice job here from the safety position, getting downhill, filling his gap. He's got that outside gap, although he's playing 10 yards deep. He knows as soon as he sees that sweep, I got to go, I got to trigger. And to make that play at or around the line of scrimmage is good awareness.
So 3rd down and 5. Rex Steiner in motion, couple receptions on the night. Caden Creel, a pump fake. Look at the effort from Caden Creel to get the 1st down. All gas, no brakes from Caden Creel tonight.
Yeah, he's playing his heart out
Officials
for
timeout
sure.
for injury to the defense.
Great effort here.
There's a Golden Eagle shaking up on the play. They're checking out Josh Battle. It actually seemed to get hurt on the last play on that tackle that he had made against Cam Cook on that sweep.
Just take a look right here.
You can watch him when he gets up.
Yeah, you can tell he's hurt there.
Yeah,
He's doing everything he can just to get back on the field.
walking off under his own power. Quality sign for Josh Battle. Guy's got over 200 plus tackles in his collegiate career.
Used to being there, right? Used to being there making the play.
You can see Charles Huff was not happy watching Josh Battle walk off that field. Wanted to see him do a little more effort to get off of it quickly. High snap, Caden Creel booted out under pressure. He's going down. Ian Foster with the sack.
Great effort by Ian Foster. He was blitzing off the side they're trying to boot to, but they had protection. You can see there the running back makes the block, but just Creel doesn't get rid of the football. Good coverage in the secondary.
Third sack of the night for this Golden Eagle defense. Caden Creel. As cool as the other side of the pillow, just navigating around. Will get it off to Brock Recksteiner.
Great hustle by Harper there. That's a long play. 9, 10, 11 seconds, but good job getting to the sideline and making a play.
Watch Caden Creel.
Yeah. He's not scared to hold on to the ball.
I mean, he's just, hey man, I'm happy to be in. We're just playing football at the moment.
Out in the backyard in Dothan.
Takes off running across the 30, over the 35, near to the 35-yard line. There is a penalty flag thrown deep in the secretary on the opposite sideline.
Holding defense number 41. 10-yard penalty out at the end of the play. First down.
DeAndre Johnson's the receiver at the bottom of this formation. All 6'8" of him. Pass goes to Caleb Coombs. That's low and incomplete.
Surely somebody put a basketball in his hand at some point in his life, right?
Transfer out of Rutgers, Newburgh, New York.
Once you get over the 6'6" mark, it's like, you know,
Maybe I should hoop.
The rim's right there.
Yeah.
You know, just I'm sure he's an incredible receiver. 6'8", you don't see it a lot.
Caden Creel checks it down once more to Pearson Baldwin. Second reception of the night for Baldwin.
Yeah, nice little, found a void in the zone there and sat it down, and Creel pops it on him.
Empty set. Just bouncing around the pocket. Caden Creel flush from it. Slips a tackle. It'll drop down by Ian Foster.
Plays with a lot of confidence. The more reps he gets, the better he's going to be.
I mean, he's just patting his feet, just
Yep. That's
like, well, that one's not open. Okay.
It looks like he's getting a little tired.
It's not too fast for him, is it?
No,
He has
the
got
game.
this thing slowed down in his mind.
That's the first step for sure.
Christian Lando is the back to his right that he moved from left to right. Fakes the toss. QB counter. Looking behind him, and he'll go out of bounds.
Oh, shoot.
That's a concrete wall.
Pushed into the wall.
Yeah, Caden, there's no padding over there.
He looks absolutely gassed, too. Look at him right here.
He's like, how fast do I need to run?
He's tired. I was not expecting to play this many plays.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's reassess the situation.
He's probably, Gavin Wimsett's back in. I was just literally fixing to say he's got to be looking at the sideline. Like, does Gavin need a rep?
Yeah. Well, there he goes.
Charles Kelly going to call a timeout for Jacksonville State.
Timeout.
Here with 8:58 to play
They're
in the
first.
fourth quarter. The Gamecocks are on the move. 35-11 ball game in the Berg. We'll be back. Welcome back to M.M. Roberts Stadium here in this fourth quarter. Jacksonville State on the move. Their two scores have came on their only two drives that went for over 50 yards. They moved it 67 yards on this drive to this point. Really reading up on Caden Creel in the break. So he completed two passes last week against Murray State for 14 yards. His only other pass completion coming into tonight was against Central Florida in game one. And then he's been thrust into the quarterback role as Pearson Baldwin has his third reception of the night. Like we had said too, he had 10 rushes prior to tonight as well, but it's had to be something they were talking about.
Yeah, I was
right?
going to say, and we don't think that was part of the plan. We're a little unsure. We were not informed of that, if that's the case, but they don't tell us anything.
Boy, the conversation Charles Kelly and I had, just a wonderful conversation. The right man for this job, no doubt. Cam Cook takes it for a first down for Jacksonville State. Charles Kelly said it. He's waited his whole coaching career for a head coaching opportunity. He said, I wanted the right job. I just didn't want any job. He said, I wanted to be in the South.
Yeah, I want to be somewhere you can get around talent, get players, and somewhere you feel like you can win.
Cam Cook down to the 5-yard line. When they have done team over 309 wins in Amherst Stadium. They beat this Golden Eagle club a year ago 44-7 in a ball game that wasn't that close.
Yeah, they flipped the script. Southern Miss has tonight from last year. That was a totally different ball game.
Caden Creel, design, quarterback power, slipping around and into the end zone goes Caden Creel. Jacksonville State's back on the board.
Pretty nifty little run right there. I don't know if he's patient or tired.
We're just sort of pinballing his way off Golden Eagle black uniforms.
Extremely patient runner.
It is definitely not too fast for him. He is in control of this Gamecock offense, no doubt. Looking for the two-point try. He'll toss it out, and we'll have a flag. No look back from the defender of Dylan King.
Yeah, just got caught with his back to the quarterback, chasing.
Pass interference. Defense, number 6. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat the try.
It's one of those calls, if you get your head around, they'll give you the incidental contact, correct. But without looking back, it's perceived as intent of contact. Good call. Rex Steiner set down as an H-back position. Caden Creel, that was designed by him. He's not going to get in. Sort of a design quarterback run once more. 35-17 is where we'll sit in the fourth quarter. Back to the Berg after this. Have yourself a night, Caden Creel. 14-play scoring drive of 89 yards. 6 minutes and 20 seconds of time of possession. Longest drive of the night by yards and time of possession. How about Caden Creel's numbers tonight? 7 of 14, throwing for 50 yards, a touchdown. He does have the pick. 21 rushing attempts, 162 yards. His longest rush of 73 yards.
And didn't start.
Did not start.
Didn't start the ball game, so looking to get at least 200 rushing yards.
And look, I think it's one of the hardest things in sports to be a backup and have yourself ready to play at any point in time, not only physically, but mentally as well. And tip of the cap to Caden Creel. He had himself ready for this ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Mentally is the hardest part because you never know. You kind of get lulled to sleep standing on the sideline all season. Next thing you know, you're in the game.
That's him and Clint Trickett, the offensive coordinator who once coached as the offensive coordinator at Marshall University underneath Charles Huff. Jalen Carter in motion. They'll pull it out. Boy, and Chuck Montgomery's going to take a shot. Chuck Montgomery is down as well. Boy, that was a tough hit.
Officials timeout to an injury for the offense.
Boy, you really hate to see that. Looks like it was helmet to helmet. Man. It's got to be a flag.
Was not thrown on the field. It is a reviewable play if they want to take a look at it. Charles Huff, you can hear through our crowd mic as well, visibly upset. Scary scene as they're tending to Chuck Montgomery. It was a completed pass for a yard. Medical staff for this Golden Eagle football team checking him out, and he's okay. Going to walk off underneath his own power.
I'm really happy to see that. Love this game. Played it my whole life. But hits like these, man, they make you think a little differently about it. Glad he's okay. We'll be praying for him.
Chuck
like,
looks ready for down
football
too.
Players
yeah.
are different, man.
Yeah,
They're just, it's when you get done and you start watching it, and you just, man, you got to take care of your head.
Tyron Heath in motion. Braylon Braxton takes the snap and leaves it with Jalen Carter. You can see the talent from Jalen Carter as well. Everything is moving forward, very shifty.
I think that's the word for him, is shifty. He can make a little something out of nothing.
Golden Eagles wide, using all of the field. You can see the difference in the splits from the wide receivers from the top to the bottom of the formation, giving some room to Jalen Carter, who converts the third down. I believe it's just the fourth third down conversion of the night for the Golden Eagle offense.
Good patience here, and then boom. Explodes through the hole.
Native out of Valdosta, Georgia's Jalen Carter, Lowndes High School. Really one of the few true freshmen that is involved in this Golden Eagle offense. Another handoff to Jalen Carter across the 45-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. Heavy dose of the run game for Southern Miss, trying to get this thing to the locker room.
That failed two-point try was big for the Gamecocks. Would have put it to a two-possession game. At an 18-point margin, now a three-possession game. Shoveled out to Jalen Carter, looking for a seam. Will find a little bit of space.
A little chippy over there on the sideline.
Kind of an intense finish to that routine play.
Looked like an extraordinary block maybe that got into the sideline of Southern Miss, and from there you just kind of hold your breath.
See Braylon Braxton, 2 hands, telling his line, just steady Eddie, we're going to work this play clock down. Once more a give to Jalen Carter. I don't think he got the first down. It's going to set up a 4th and 1 at the midfield stripe. Jacksonville State's going to call a timeout.
Jack State, their second. 30 seconds in length.
Wouldn't be surprised if Southern Miss tries to convert here.
That's what I was fixing to ask you, right? This is why coaches get paid what they do, to be able to make decisions like these. You're sitting at an 18-point margin, ball at the 50-yard line. It's a true 4th and 1, need to get to the 49. You've run the ball tonight on an average at about 4.9 yards per carry. That's across 45 rushing attempts tonight for the Golden Eagles, of 220 rushing yards, paced by Jeffrey Pittman's 80 yards on 18 carries and a couple touchdowns. So with numbers like those, they probably say you should maybe trust the run game.
Yeah, and 4th and 1. I'm not a huge analytics guy, but I do know 4th and 1, different than even 4th and 2, is astronomically higher conversion rate. And I know when you get above 3, it really starts to drop, but 4th and 1, let's take a shot.
Last time Braylon Braxton went under center, he tried off the tackle. Looked like he was trying for it again.
That's going to be close.
Did his forward progress, getting to the 49. This will be a spot determination.
They're going to move the chains. First down, Southern Miss.
Well, you don't see the cool, calm Braylon Braxton get this fiery, but watch after the end of this run. I don't think he thought too kind of maybe the shoving that took place. Golden Eagles 2 for 2 on 4th down tonight. They were 1 for 5 on 4th down conversions entering tonight. Jalen Carter with another carry. It's his 9th of the night.
Heavy box. You know, you get to really, you want to find out if you are physical up front, running the ball late like this, you'll find out in a hurry, because you're going to probably have an extra hat. And you just got to deal with it, and they know you're going to run it. How good are you at blocking? How good are you at your technique? That's what it all comes down to.
Is that what these coaches are evaluating at this moment?
I mean, yeah, you can learn a lot about your offensive and defensive line right now, especially offensive line. They know you're running the ball. Can you still do it?
Jalen Carter can do it. Down to the 46, maybe 47-yard line on the official spot.
Little buck sweep action, pull both guards, get them out in front.
That was a good look at that linebacking core. That was Walker Osteen as well as Max Sanders right there. You see what's ahead for the Golden Eagles. I'll actually be off next Saturday, and then it's prime time, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central kick time on ESPN2 against Georgia Southern over in Statesboro. And, of course, they'll renew a rivalry against Louisiana down in Lafayette. Braylon Braxton with a quarterback power carry. It is their final timeout here. Of course, they'll get a second stoppage as well with the 2-minute timeout in the 4th quarter. 10 coaches and 21 members of this football team, when they returned back to Lafayette, Louisiana, the last time they were there, they were grabbing themselves a Sun Belt Conference Championship trophy before they were boarding a flight.
Yes, they were.
From Huntington back to Hattiesburg.
Yep, they just switched jerseys. They turned in the green and Southern Miss gave him a black jersey and said, hey, that championship you won.
We would like that here.
We were 1-11 here last year. Welcome. Welcome. See if you can't fix it for us. And they have. They did it in a hurry. Southern Miss going to try to put this thing on ice. 4th and 4. Jack State's out of timeouts.
They'll have one more stoppage, one more clock stoppage if the Golden Eagles convert. 4th and 4. Braylon Braxton looking to throw. They came with pressure to the face of Braylon Braxton. No whistle. It is picked up by Max Sanders. Boy, look at Braylon Braxton. Form tackling 101. They're going to rule it a fumble on the field. I
think they got caught watching right there. I think that's
Replay
obvious.
reviewed the previous play and determined it was an incomplete forward pass. It's a turnover on downs.
There you go.
1st and 10, Jack State. Timeout in the field for the 2-minute timeout.
We'll be back to Hattiesburg to wrap things up tonight. The road ahead for Jacksonville State looks like this. A bye week for them as well next Saturday. Then the road trip to Sam Houston State before they get ready to host Delaware back inside of Amherst Stadium. Caden Creel spun around in the pocket. He's going down. That'll be a sack made from Jameer Lewis.
Yeah, you can see here coming off that left side, just really beats the tackle with speed. I believe that's the freshman. Left tackle for Jacks.
Caden Creel fires, intercepted. Oh, guess who's got it? Ian Foster will score for the Golden Eagle defense, his second pick six of the season for Southern Miss.
right place at the right time. Drops into zone coverage, into the flat. Creel just doesn't see him. The pressure makes him get rid of it, but they don't get any easier than that one for Ian Foster.
The football will find you. A 49-yard pick six. Creighton Wilbanks extra point attempt up and true. We labeled him earlier. Actually told me this week, one of the coaches on this team, oddly enough, it's not a defensive coach, but wide receiver coach Aaron Dobson has labeled him, said he's been calling him Badger in reference to Honey Badger. We labeled him earlier. There's just football players that find the football in games, and Ian Foster is one of them.
Plays with incredible energy. He's a little undersized if you were going to go by the metrics, so that's something that he has in common with the Honey Badger. Tyrann Mathieu, if you're unfamiliar who we're speaking of, who's retired now from incredible career at LSU and incredible professional career as well, but plays the game the same way and is incredible around the ball. And if you throw it to him, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, Ian Foster is. He was a discovery in camp while coaching at Marshall for Charles Huff. Said he showed up, was the best player metrically across the camp. They got one tape, popped it in, said they watched him make a sack, a strip sack, a fumble recovery, and an INT practically on one tape. They said, we're going to get him.
Yeah, that's probably a guy you're going to see playing on Sundays. He's definitely going to get a shot.
He's a Brundage, Alabama native, Pike County High School. 4 turnovers tonight created by this Golden Eagle defense. Remind you, this is a program last year was one of the worst teams in the country in turnover margin. They're now top 25 in the country in the stat. Reed Haradine's kick to a knee by Lucas Farrington. Here with 1:27 left in this fourth quarter for Jacksonville State. They've used Gavin Wimsatt to start this ball game, then relieved him to go with Caden Creel, who's rushed for 159 yards on 22 attempts tonight at the quarterback position. They've been held to 69 yards passing on the night. Screen pass thrown to Cam Cook. It's a good play call. Cam Cook is loose. He knows what to do with it in these situations too. He will be dropped down near the 20.
Yeah, just a good play call. Southern Miss overplays it. Good patience.
Prior to the snap, timeout. Southern Miss. Their second.
Golden Eagles going to burn their second timeout of this second half. Probably a reminder of the intensity that's required on every play. Teachable moments.
Yeah, Coach Huff, this defensive staff, they don't want to give up these yards and these points right now. Game's at hand, you're going to get the win. But the standard is the standard.
It was a 54-yard halfback screen to Cam Cook. quitting Caden Creel. You could tell that right now. Cam Cook with another swing pass out to him. Cook's streak of 100-yard rushing game is going to come to an end at 3 as he entered this ball game. Caden Creel kind of hopping around, being chased, diving out of bounds, out of the tackle of Corey Myrick.
Long ways to go. Get to that sideline. Good job stepping up. Remains a passer too, trying to get the ball.
Yeah, his eyes are right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're up, certainly downfield looking to make a play.
First thing I look for in a quarterback that can run is, do they just put their eyes down and take off, or are they moving to throw and then run? So I'd love to see that.
3rd and 3. Direct snap to Cam Cook. He'll go inside the 10. Remember, Jacksonville State is without a timeout.
Carries to the 8-yard line. First down, goal to go.
They'll leave it to Cam Cook once more. Touchdown, Cam Cook.
They just gave it to him on an inside zone, and he finished it in the end zone. He's still got some juice left.
'77-yard night rushing on the 8-yard touchdown run by Cam Cook. His first touchdown of the night as well. Jacksonville State going to try for 2. Caden Creel scrambling and in. 2-point try true for Jacksonville State. Put it to 42-25. It's an offense that has not quit for the Gamecocks despite the circumstances of the night. It's got to be pleasing to offensive coordinator Clint Trickett as well as head coach Charles Kelly.
Yeah, never want to see quitting your football team. And they certainly didn't. Scored some points late. Disappointing night, but got their undefeated in conference play, got their season in front of them. It'll be an exciting team to watch this year.
They are the defending Conference USA champs. Defeated Western Kentucky a year ago in that Conference USA championship game. It was the first year eligible to win that championship. And they did just that under the tutelage of Rich Rodriguez, who's now off to Morgantown, West Virginia once more. There's Enripa. Approaches the football. This will be taken. That's Micah Davis. Gets to the far sideline. Micah Davis will have a nice return. Golden Eagle offense is all but semantics now for Braylon Braxton and company to hit a knee. Pick up win number 3 on this season. All 3 wins have happened inside this facility. This is the 4th home game this season for the Golden Eagles. In case you were wondering, the 4th home game for Jacksonville State. That'll happen on November 15th. The knee was hit by Braylon Braxton. The non-conference slate is finished for that man in Charles Huff in his introductory season as the head coach. The Southern Miss Golden Eagles, it's conference play throughout for Southern Miss. Your impressions of the win tonight?
Yeah, Southern Miss did a good job, took care of business, created some turnovers early, capitalized on them, and really once they got in control and in command, never looked back. Braylon Braxton, that man right there, just been as advertised, 5 games in. Couldn't be happier with his performance. And getting ready to go into this conference slate. Already got one behind them, but could be a force in the Sun Belt this year, which is crazy to think from where they were last year, but going to have an opportunity to make some noise.
A lot of fun, my man. We'll give you some time off. See you later in October. For Austin Davis, for our statistician, magician Marty Wyndham, I'm Jason Baker on behalf of Lee Field, our producer and director extraordinaire, and his entire production, graphics, and audio crew. We say so long and good night. It got started with a bang on a strip sack to begin this ball game. 42-25, the Golden Eagles winners. Sun Belt Conference plays next for these guys. So long and good night.